detach from the results, from the outcome, and focus just on the inputs, and especially on taking actions, imperfect action. This is what I would say to my younger self if I could come back, because this will lead to a better future outcome. Well, what to say? I think this phrase is enough to summarize what I learned in these months, years, etc., in my fitness journey, in my business journey, in my life journey. Because so often I was so overwhelmed of the things that I have to do that, well, I never done anything. And well, don't taking action basically leads to zero results. So I rather to take imperfect actions that on the long term will make me improve on the process instead of taking zero action. I know there is the fear of failure. I know. I've been there. I have fear of failure, judgment, criticism, whatsoever. The point is that if we don't start, if we don't face those fears, we will never overcome them. Because I've been struggling for years just waiting, thinking that studying, taking more information will lead me to be ready to start in taking action. But what I can tell you is not true at all. Trust me, you will never be ready, and unfortunately, the more you study, the more you will feel that you need to study. Because you have more information, so you start to understand that that topic, doesn't matter the topic, is wider and wider and wider than expected. And guess what? It will never end. Even because otherwise, imagine, there won't be so many researchers about any topic in the world. Like can be nutrition, can be fitness, can be business, can be happiness or mental health, etc. Any field. If everything was like completed, that means that there won't be any further researchers. But instead, they never ends apparently. So don't get stuck on the cycle of I need to know more in order to be ready, etc. Because you will never get ready. Just start. You will learn through the process. Actually, I'm much more happier now that I started to take action, because let's say I'm learning more and I'm feeling much more relaxed. Like I know that my actions are not perfect. I know that sometimes I can share some bullshit. This is my main fear, like because in some way we always influence other people. If you have the imposter syndrome, that actually is a kind of good thing, because it means that you have a kind of consciousness that you can affect other people, so you are empathetic, you are mindful about other people. That's a good point, but don't let this fear stop you, because actually it will never end. Just try to do your best. Just put like some disclaimers, like guys, yeah, no, this is my job, etc. But in any job, you will always learn more and more and more. A doctor is not a doctor because ended the studies. They are a doctor because, yeah, they completed the studies basically, but they're still learning through the process. Doesn't matter, even a 65 years old doctor that is almost to the pension time, he will still learn every day. So it doesn't matter, you will never end to learn. So just keep going. And what to say? Like I said, taking perfect action, this was the summary. But especially, well, don't focus on the outcome. Don't focus on the results that you have. First of all, because at the beginning, you need to suck, literally. You need to be like shit. I will tell you like a story. In 2024, beginning 24, yes, I started doing Muay Thai. And I didn't want to go there. I mean, I was forcing myself, but I had so much social anxiety that I was like, nah, it's not for me. And I needed a physical support of someone that I knew very well that could support me, like a friend, like someone that was there for me in order to support me there. Because I was focusing on the outcome, like I'm not good enough. This is part of the imposter syndrome, and this is part of our self-criticism. So what I want to tell you is, don't focus on the outcome, on the results, on what you see, because guess what? I'm happy with my physique. I know I can do more, I know I will do more, but I couldn't be at this point if I didn't start sucking at the gym, because I was like shit. Except for the Muay Thai, then I stopped, but because my friend broke the arm, that's a different story. But let's say in the gym, I remember at the beginning something that was stuck in my mind for years. I was 18 or 19, now I'm almost 32. I found that I was in a gym, I was in Palermo, so new machines, new stuff, no, Caltanissetta probably, something like that, yeah, between Palermo and Caltanissetta, by the way, Sicily. And what happened is that I was using new machine that I didn't see in my place. It was actually the lying leg curl that I confused for a leg extension. So I seated like standing, but it was like a lying machine, and I was trying to lift the pad like it was a leg extension. I was like feeling that something was wrong, but well, I tried. Till the point that someone that I knew came, and I was like, oh shit, that's so embarrassing. Because you know, we don't want to appear like bad, not good enough in front of others, and this will make our process stuck, because we don't practice, because we feel judged, we feel not good enough, but in this way we just get stuck, so we won't progress. Instead, progressing and doing more and more will make you to practice more, make more mistakes. I know, looking bad, this is the side effect, but in the long term, to be better and better, to a point that, look at me, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a nutritionist, and now I feel so confident in my job that I don't consider this my job anymore. Like, I'm moving forward, like this is something that I do automatically. Like, I don't wanna say I'm the best at all. Actually, I forgot so many things I need to restudy. That's why while I'm sharing my journey, I'm relearning, because I know that I forgot so many stuff. But the basics, the important things that are enough to have results, they are so stuck in my mind, so easy for me, that now I want to focus on other stuff, like my life journey, how to live a better life. This is my goal. In fact, I don't consider myself a fitness coach anymore. I want to be more a mental coach, a mindset coach, a life coach. And well, for me, now fitness, nutrition, etc. is just something that must be part of it. Like mental health, life coaching, this kind of stuff. The physical part, the physical journey, is just a part of it. Like, it should be natural. Everyone should take care of the body, of the physical health. And for me, it's like very natural. So, for example, in the past few months, I couldn't achieve my weight loss to come back to my best shape. Why this happened? Because I didn't know what to do? No. Because I wasn't in a mental state good enough that I could handle like a diet, a caloric deficit mainly, because a diet is any diet. So a caloric deficit, and I couldn't handle doing cardio like right now. And you don't need to be passionate or very knowledgeable about this. Just do the basics, just do the stuff. Because for example, I'm not enjoying the fitness journey, I'm not enjoying to be tired, I'm not enjoying to do cardio. I'm just doing it. I don't focus on the outcome, I'm just focusing on the input, like I said at the beginning. Like, focus on what's important to do in order to have the results. Like, focus on the small tiny actions that all together will lead to an amazing outcome. And as I said a couple of months ago, I know that I will succeed on my goals, because now I don't focus on the output, I don't focus on the results, I focus on the small tiny steps that slowly will build up, and with the compounding compound interest basically will lead to what I want to go, where I want to go. Like for the physical journey, I'm improving a lot. For the business and content creation, etc., I'm improving a lot. I am far away because I moved totally from the right things. I mean, you know, I had different business coaches. They told me to do some specific thing, but I didn't find it aligned with my mission, my vision. That is to, first of all, I want to avoid the kind of marketing stuff. I want to avoid to have like a specific message that is like, you know, the garlic and ham story. Like you need to give what they want in order to give them what they need. Like creating a story, for example, the sugar is bad in order to make them eat better. No, I prefer to be boring, to say that you need to do boring stuff. Training up, be consistent, not that much, you don't need to go every day, etc. You don't need to eat perfectly every day, but at least be consistent, be in a caloric deficit. So the boring stuff literally, but that in the long term will build up to be amazing stuff. You don't need any magician, you don't need to avoid sugars, you don't need to avoid fats, you don't need to do crazy stuff. Just simple, boring stuff. I know it is boring. It takes a while because maybe you have like the video where I was sharing how I would set up my journey, the weight loss journey, like the caloric deficit. I need to lose like almost 10 kg. That meant like 70,000, like maybe it was 9 kg, but yeah, 70,000 kilocalories. And how I will do that in 6 months, because I wanted to take it easy. At the beginning I took so easy that I didn't do anything. And in the last 40 days, actually 35, basically I started much more intensive, way harder, but because I had the deadline in front of me. So yeah, you don't need to do crazy stuff. Even with my business, I don't care about creating crazy content, niche specific, and well, all this bullshit. Hyper edited stuff, no. I want to be human, take it easy. I want to, I don't know, do simple stuff that make me enjoy the journey. Yeah, it will be slow, 100%. I don't mind. I prefer to enjoy the journey, doing my bullshit every day, struggling maybe a bit more, but at least being aligned with who I am, my passion, because yeah, my journey is not anymore about fitness and nutrition. I don't care. I mean, I care, yes, of course, but I don't want to be like a fitness coach. I don't care about that. I want to be a person that wants to enjoy the life. So having goals that are related to the physical health, mental health, and financial health. Financial health I cannot help people right now, so I'm not sharing big content about it. I'm sharing my journey, what I'm doing, creating content, how it's going, the process of build up followers base and a community. So this kind of stuff, yes, I know how to set up like an offer, this kind of stuff, but I didn't do that because I felt that I'm not ready to share something that is huge, big about the financial and everything, mental health, etc. I want to take like la dolce vita, like small tiny steps that on the long term will lead to a better outcome. So yeah, this is my perspective. No crazy stuff, no extreme stuff, not the asshole culture, but okay, that's okay. So no, the work hard, etc. Take it easy, but do the stuff. So this is not an excuse to take it too easy and do it zero, because this is some other extremes that are not good, because we lead to more not satisfaction and frustration especially. So guys, take actions. I want to see that you take action, you do the stuff, even simpler, but you do the stuff. No bullshit, no crazy stuff, you don't need to learn more, you just need to take action. That's it. Wish you the best.